A friend of mine from the States called me and asked me if I could assist them in creating a CV, a professional CV for the niece. And before I could respond, she sent me 20,000 Kenya shillings. Later, she sent me the number for the niece. And I was to call the niece, get information, and create for her a professional CV that was going to assist her in looking for a job. Today, in Kenya, it can cost you between 5,000 shillings up to 30,000 shillings to have your CV and LinkedIn profile created professionally. As we speak right now, I've not done the professional CV for the young girl. Neither have I done the LinkedIn profile for her. I think one of the easiest ways to get stoned on your way to town is to collect 20,000 from a youngster who has just finished university and tell them that you're creating for them a professional CV. Especially if the expectations are not managed. You know, there is a perception that if you have a beautiful CV, you're going to get a job. But there's a reality of the job market that there are very many people who are qualified and very many people can have their CV done. As I was thinking through the young girl's CV and what I was going to do about it, I decided to do this video just for the sake of her and any other young person out there who's coming out of campus and is struggling with having their CV look professional and present it to potential employers. I think the nice place to start is to use ChatGPT. I have done a number of videos on ChatGPT and I won't stop talking about ChatGPT because it's made life easier. It doesn't matter whether this young graduate is seated somewhere in Eldoret, somewhere in Siaya, or somewhere in Mombasa. If they can get access to the internet, they can create a CV that can compete in the market equivalent to a young person graduating out of Harvard. And that's the beauty of technology. And I think the sooner we embrace technology, the more we will achieve sooner. Because even if the young person did not know the existence of ChatGPT, you can forward this video to them today and tell them that if they go to the URL that you're going to see below here, type it on the browser and just ask ChatGPT on the prompt where you're supposed to write your question. Just ask, how do I ask ChatGPT to create my CV? Now we are starting from the premise that this person does not know how to use ChatGPT. So you start by asking ChatGPT how to use ChatGPT to create your CV. Just type, how do I ask ChatGPT to create my CV? And ChatGPT is going to say to you that we can help you create your CV. All you need is to provide relevant information, and ChatGPT will tell you what that relevant information is. And all you have to do is type in your name as you'd like it to appear. Type in your contact information, and contact, please prioritize cell phone, email address, because that's how recruiters are going to reach you. Then you can put in your background information. Put in your education. Where did you go to school? Make sure to highlight your highest level of qualification. Put in your work experience. And the young people who are coming out of campus, please, you don't have to have reported to somebody's office to say that you have worked. ChatGPT will write exactly what you have done today in a professional way that it would actually be easily communicated to your potential employer. Say, for example, you spent your holidays sorting documents for your parents and putting together all the documentation for your family for a property that was supposed to be sold, and you went through the process of speaking to the lawyer and facilitating all the process for purchase or sale of that property. If there is a recruiter who's looking for somebody to do for them a job for selling property, and they see on your CV that you have been involved in the process of handling the sale of a property from the beginning to the end, and you do understand the documentation that were involved in the process and the agreements that were drafted and the stakeholders that were involved, that in itself is an experience that you can put in your CV. Let's say that during holidays away from campus, you are offering tuition to the students who live in your neighborhood, and you are giving them tuition in mathematics, physics, and maybe some business course. If you do put that information in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to present that information as a work experience, it will be. So there is no reason why we should be having CVs currently from people who have just left campus showing that they just attended Lenana School, they went to Kenyatta University, and now they are looking for a job without any form of experience. And then when you go back to ChatGPT and you give that context that I have given, then you show the skills that you have. Even from that sale of the land for your parents, you have a number of skills that you can put in your CV. You have attention to detail. You have the stamina to run with the process from the beginning to the end. You can demonstrate that you're a focused person. You can demonstrate that you're a good communicator. The most important thing in the CV is to demonstrate that these skills and experience that you have can be applied in the job market. And if you do give a prompt to ChatGPT saying, I have assisted my parents in the purchase of a piece of land, and I would like to put it in my CV as a skill and experience that I have, it will give you the right words, and those are the words you'll migrate and put into your CV. Then you'll have to put any other experience that you've had. You probably have organized for an event. I mean, the young people are always going to Naivasha, they're always making trips to the coast. That in itself requires a lot of teamwork. It requires a lot of logistics, planning, pricing, costing, getting discounts. That whole process in itself is an experience. And employers know that when they look at your CV and they see that you have proactively done a certain number of things and you're applying yourself to demonstrate that these things can be applicable in real life, hence into the job market, then they know that you are the right type of person that they should be hiring because you know how to apply yourself. And within less than 1 minute of putting all that information together, ChatGPT will give you a very professional, well-formatted CV. And then you can pick it up and use a different application to choose the template that you want to apply your CV on. And that's the reason why I have not spent the 20,000 that was sent to me by a friend to prepare a CV for the niece. Share this video widely because it could help someone. A lot of people are walking to cyber cafes and paying money for their CV to be created. And finally, when they show up for interviews, you find a set of 15 CVs that look exactly the same way. They are not personalized, they don't show what kind of person you are, they don't show what you've been through in life, they don't demonstrate, they have no life, they're just a template. If you have any questions regarding how to do this, you can send me a message, or you can follow my content, and I'll be able to give you advice on that. Thank you.